What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. Today we have some idiots on motorcycles going a little too fast, going crazy in the corners. We have a few good ones. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, try to learn from it so that we don't make the same mistakes ourselves. So if you're a brand new rider, pay attention.
Across a section of
Going a little fast in a construction zone. Double, triple fines if you get pulled over, so that's not very smart. We're going to pass on a double yellow. Sharp left turn coming up. You saw that signage, and we dumped the bike. How did we dump the bike, everybody? How did we dump the bike? Oh, there we go. Nice camera angle. Protected. All right, let's go. Well, let's just watch the whole thing. So he's off. He's running towards his bike, trying to get it. That way he's good. You know, his legs are working. We got a lot of people riding. Love the outfit, buddy.
How bad is it?
Love the outfit. Shifters ripped off. Pegs ripped off. Oh, I think that's just the alarm system for his phone or something. Let's take a look. So first, we're going super fast. Okay, we're riding with a group of friends. We want to just keep going, boom, boom, boom. Just like when you're like kids, unless you're like me, you know, on BMX bikes in the neighborhood with like a group of friends. We go from one house, we're like, hey, meet you at Jeff's house, and we'll ride and see who can get there the fastest, shortcuts, whatever, see who can get there the fastest for bragging rights, just pedaling really hard. I get that. That's a lot of fun. But I was also a kid, and I was maybe going 10, 15 miles an hour on a BMX bike, hauling butt, no gears whatsoever, doing some sweet jumps and whatnot. I get that. But we're on motorcycles. Maybe that's the same mentality here. I don't know. But we're doing that. We're going crazy. And so we're hauling butt right there. We do have a sharp left turn. That's what I was trying to point out right there. So sharp left turn. We're not prepped for the turn coming up. And that's not good. So we're hauling butt. Okay, I saw his right hand, but we get another camera angle. Let's take a look at that one. So immediately lost traction on that front tire, fell down, hit the ground hard. So look at this hand right here. Look at this hand. So we're going a little fast. Remember what I said? We have that sharp turn coming up. Maybe he was going really fast, saw the sharp turn coming up, like, oh crap, I need to slow down. But instead of progressive front brake pressure and slowing down, getting it, you know, better, you know, getting ready for the turn, we saw it, we panicked, and we smashed that front brake, causing that front tire to lock up enough to where we lose traction and we dump the bike. Okay, so that's not good. So let's go back just a little bit. I want you guys to see that right hand. Let's watch the right hand on this angle. Let's go back even further. Watch the right hand, and we'll watch the right hand when we have the different camera angle from the nice Insta360 X4.
Road covered in tar snakes.
X3.
After picking up speed, he tried to brake, but immediately lost control of his bike. Thanks to his protective gear, he avoided any injuries.
So sharp turn coming up. Oh crap! Dump the bike. See that right hand? Now watch the right hand again from the Insta360 X3. Smash. Instantly dump the bike. Okay. So once again, we're trying to learn from this. We're planning our ride, right? We're supposed to be locating hazard situations like the turn coming up, assessing any relevant threats, navigate any active threats. Well, we could be the active threat here. We could be the threat. We could be our own problem. And that's the whole point of what we're trying to do here is not be our own problems. We have enough problems when it comes to drivers, road surface hazards, a bunch of other things coming up. Let's not add ourselves as a problem. So don't smash that front brake. The only reason why he had to smash the front brake and he panicked is because he was speeding so hard. So slow it down. Don't slam the front brake. So learn proper acceleration, proper speed, proper braking. Okay. All right, here we go. We're riding. We have somebody. Oh, bad impact. Sarir Barada. And they're running away. They are running away. So he's not doing too well. He only had a helmet on. All right, so we're riding. Can't really anticipate this guy. Decided to switch multiple lanes going across. Now, once you start seeing like an abrupt lane shift like this, that's where emergency braking comes into play. Now, the other guy that we just saw, he smashed it. You want to give it some, so you get weight transfer to the front tire, and then more. You could do more quick once you get some of that weight transfer to that front tire, so you have traction. It's a bad impact. This is why, as smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case idiots do stuff like this. Just chilling, riding. Nice smooth camera angles and actions here. We have a turn coming up. Let's not lean it too hard. Did he say there's road debris? Yeah, it looked like a little bit when he paused it. You hit 5 times. So you can kind of see it right here. A little bit shiny. A little bit shiny. Can't really tell though. That's the problem, is that you're riding at night. We have limited visibility at night. We can only see what our headlight sees, basically. We do have street lights, but still very limited. So during the daytime, we might have been able to see that and then navigated around, because remember, we're trying to position for safety. So we could have, during the day saw that and kind of came up in here to avoid all of this. But at night, we don't see that very well. So that's one of the big problems with riding at night. It's a little bit more scary, but this is why we wear full gear, just in case something bad happens. So this is definitely a road surface hazard issue right in the middle of a turn. That absolutely sucks. In a car, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But if we have motorcycle jackets, we have protection on the shoulder, elbows, pants and everything. Oh, we're going nuts over here. We have sharp left or sharp right turn, sharp left turn. You see it the opposite way. That means it's also for us. Damn. All right. You see all the different sharp turns? One rider drifted wide into an oncoming car, sparking a chain reaction that took out another bike. The driver jumped out furious about damage to his brand new car, while another driver stepped in to calm things down and make sure the downed bikers were checked on first. All right, so part of rescue, you want to be able to rescue your buddy. First, you got to remain calm. Okay, very good, remaining calm. Ensure your own safety, pull off to the side so you don't get hit, because if 2 people are on the ground and there's only 4 of you and the one other person gets hit, that means one person has to take care of 3 people. That's not good. You want to stop any major bleeds, so you want to be able to use a tourniquet if you need to, direct pressure, packing the wound. So those are very important. If you want to, there's a link in the description. Go to the shop. We have Tremoto trauma kits and everything if you want to grab one of those. But basically, rescue is going to be the thing that you're going to want to do. First, remain calm. Nice little U-turn. Very good. Very good. So he's probably talking to his buddies right now with his helmet comms, which, by the way, starting August 31st to September 7th, there is a Labor Day sale for Cardo. So grab yourself a Cardo Pack Talk Edge. This is the Duo. So go halvesies with a friend. 22% off. 22% off. They never do that. My discount code, which links in description, DDTF. It should be automatic, but double check. Usually it's only 10%. 22% off is a huge deal. So make sure you guys check it out between August 31st and September 7th, 2025. But let's go ahead and check and see what happened here. Okay, so let's see. So we're riding around having some fun. Now, what I was saying here is that we do have sharp right turns. Now, it's the opposite way, but if it's a sharp right turn the opposite way, what do you think? Maybe sharp left turn this way? Yeah, so we have sharp turns everywhere. It says recommended 20 miles per hour. Okay, so I get it. We could probably go a little bit faster on motorcycles. There's another one right there. There's another one right there, 25 miles per hour. So we could probably feel comfortable doing 35, but these guys are probably going pretty fast. And if you notice the way the road is, it's kind of like dipping in the camber. I believe that's how you call it, the camber. It's basically going in, it's going out. So it's really going to mess with you a lot. And we're out in the mountains. You don't have a shoulder. You don't have much to deal with here when it comes to emergency maneuvers to swerve out of the way of things. So one thing that gets a lot of people when it comes to these kinds of roads is that, yeah, I feel like I can go faster, but then they go wide because they go too fast. I like to ride and just enjoy the scenery. I like to enjoy the comfort of the nice cool weather. I'm up in the mountains. It's beautiful views. I'm just kind of cruising. It's almost like a slow roller coaster, kind of chill. A lot of people like to go fast on this. This is one of those risks when you go fast. So it's not necessarily, oh, I can go fast. Typically, I can go take a lot of these roads super fast. We're in an area that's different. So it might be over your skill level for the type of area. So you might want to slow it down just a little bit. You want to outpace your skill. So when a little bit too fast, outpace the skill for this turn, even though we're not going super duper fast like you used to do. We went a little bit too wide, impact. So we have that left leg injury possibly, not good. And it was the guy in the red. That's his fault. But in this situation, the guy that fell down and crashed, if you guys are all using Cardo Pack Talks, you can say, hey, I crashed. Because we're using a camera angle from this motorcycle rider that we're on right now. It's going backwards. So if he says, ow, oh crap, or whatever it is, I crashed, it allows this motorcycle rider to turn around and then hopefully rescue this person. Because they could just be going. They can continue going. They won't even know. And that's why I like to ride in the back on a group ride, because I always come up on the crash. So make sure you guys grab yourself a cardo between August 31st and September 7th for the 22% discount. Link in the description. It's the biggest discount ever. Hopefully everyone's fine. Getting angry. Yeah, that's what insurance is for. Hopefully you have gap insurance. If you have a brand new car and you're a little bit underwater, you're on a loan financing it, get some gap insurance on top of your full coverage. That way it just gets replaced. Okay, gets replaced. A little bit angry, remain calm. Nice little U-turn, very good. Check on your buddy, he's not doing too well. He's guarding his shoulder, so he probably has a broken collarbone. Probably fell to the right, hit really hard right there on his right shoulder. So my biggest concern, and thankfully we have a truck kind of doing it for us, is that anybody coming around this corner quickly, right? Because we have people in the roadway. So if a car was coming around quickly, boom, dead. Not good. So we do have a truck blocking the roadway right around the corner. So if we didn't have that truck, yes, we have 2 patients, one here, one here. We have 2 motorcycle riders, one here, one right here. What I would be doing, and it's a crazy thing, it's a triage thing, is I would have one person where that truck is, maybe a little bit further, just doing this to people coming by so that they're not rushing around the corner. Or what I would do is I would park my motorcycle, because at the end of the day, it's just a motorcycle. I'd park my motorcycle just like the car, and then I'd go to help because we want to secure the scene. We want to be able to ensure our own safety. And then once everyone's out of the roadway, move the motorcycle.
Are you good?
Breathing hard, he's got some pain.
Mike, stop!
It's kind of true why we have tracks. But he's escalating the situation. Even the wife is over here, like, trying to help. We have a lot of traffic, open lane pattern. Anybody want to pull out? Oh, so if traffic is stopped like this, we possibly have a crash. So definitely want to be able to rescue people. One of the big things here, as soon as I pull up, when I see something like this, going back to rescue, did anybody call 911 yet? Like, that's what I'd be asking. It's like, anybody calling 911 yet? Anybody call? Because everyone likes to stand around and do nothing, but if nobody calls 911 and this person does need surgery or they're in pretty bad shape, nobody's getting the chain of survival going. And the chain of survival is the moment something happens, call 911, starts the chain of survival, because now paramedics and EMS can show up. They can take them to the hospital to get surgery. So, like, you have to get that going. You can't just sit there and, like, look. You can't fix the problem if they need surgery on the street.
Oh, no.
And one of the cool things is that when you're on the, if you pull up and you can see the Bluetooth system there, if you pull up, you don't have to take your helmet off. You could just, use your phone and talk to dispatch with your cardo unit with your helmet on.
No, wait, no. Keep it on.
Neck could be hurt.
Link in the description for 22% off.
Do not touch the helmet.
Very good. Don't pull the helmet off. If he's breathing, he's doing fine. He doesn't need the helmet off if he's breathing.
Lord Jesus, thank you for Justin.
You're alive, man. You're alive. You're alive.
Very good.
Protect
Little
Justin
prayer.
at this moment, dear God. Give the people come and rescue
Just
him,
relax.
wisdom.
You listen, you have a
So she's praying. It's helping her calm down. That's really the thing.
Dead, bro.
That's fine. I'm okay with
You're
that.
alive, bro. You're alive.
Hey, Motostars is putting some context in here. That's great. Justin is one of my close friends. Crashed prior to recording the video. I was too far ahead to see anything on film. However, I recorded the entire post-trauma incident and did what I could to help get him immediate medical attention. It was chaotic, tense, and emotional at points. I may have lost my cool, but not to any extent that wasn't without reason. Okay. He's alive.
That's all
That's
that
good.
matters, brother. Oh!
alive.
That's good. I like the context. Thanks, Motostars, for putting this in.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What the happened? Yo, why'd you get over, bro? That was my friend.
Brake lights!
That's my... I'm so...
Okay, so you can see the damage to the rear end of that vehicle. So probably that open lane pattern or something. They basically switched lanes. Person hit him. The motorcyclist hit that right there. Not a good situation. This guy probably does have some back pain, and that's a pretty high impact, especially if they were speeding. So if it's just like the flow of traffic and he switched lanes and then hit, the car person probably isn't going to be injured very much at all. maybe a tiny bit of whiplash. But if the motorcyclist is speeding heavily and he moves over, boom, hits really hard, that's going to cause some injuries even to the car driver, because you have to think about it. Let's say an average 185-pound male, let's say it's a 500-pound motorcycle, 685 pounds, basically going 100 miles an hour. That's going to hurt anybody. So possibly speed is a factor here.
Is he okay?
All right, here we go. It says we're going 15 miles per hour. That's pretty impressive. We're not in the right lane. Now we're in the correct lane. Very good. We're moving on. Nice little tunnel. I love it. Oh, we got a turn coming up. We got a side of the vehicle right there. They're going to merge into us. Not a big deal. You saw it ahead of time, so very good. Rev bombing is not going to help the problem. No reason to really get in front. You're coming to a stop anyways. Let them in. So what I was trying to point out here is that we're going pretty chill. We're only going 15 miles per hour here. Do a nice little rev bomb in the tunnel. It's always fun to do. So we're coming up to here. So we have the side of the vehicle right here. You see the headlight right there? You see the tail light right there. That's all you can see when we are riding at night. What that indicates, and I love doing this for you guys. Let's go ahead and draw the little bit of a vehicle right there. We'll use the tail lights and everything as the wheels. So that's what the vehicle looks like at night, okay? But all you see is the lights. Now, during the day, that's what you can see during the day. So as soon as you see that pattern, remember, locating hazardous situations, assessing any relevant threats, that is a relevant threat. How do we navigate that? Well, they only really are a problem and an active threat if they're in our lane. But when we see this coming up right here, oh, they're going into our lane. Their tire is now in our lane. Now, we have a red light up ahead, so we have to start doing some critical thinking real fast here. This is why it's very important to have a method in place. So when it comes to positioning for safety, when it comes to navigating active threats, all we really can do is emergency acceleration, emergency braking, emergency swerving. Okay, if we emergency accelerate past this, we put ourselves in a bad spot. We have to do really good emergency braking to stop at the stoplight. So emergency acceleration might not be the best thing to do here. Emergency swerving, we have a full lane to the right. This is very good. We have a full lane. And I get it. It's like, I want to go straight, though. This is a right turn only. Okay, who cares? Who cares? We got to get ourselves out of danger, right? Who cares? You can always come back. You can always do that. So there's what's left? Emergency braking. Well, if we're only going 15 miles an hour, emergency braking is very simple. It's nice, easy squeeze of that front brake, a little bit of tap of the rear brake, and you're going to squeeze, let them in. Not a big deal. That way we avoid having to accelerate into a stoplight. That's why we can avoid swerving into the right turn only, which is not a big deal because we can just get right back. But a simple thing that we can do in this situation when you see stuff like this, just go ahead and slow it down, let them in. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Think of it as good practice for braking. Let them in. Rev bombing doesn't do anything. So you guys hear about rev bombing all the time. What that is he's pulling in the clutch and giving it some throttle. Not going anywhere, though. It's making the RPMs go up, make that noise. Rev bombing, revolutions per minute of the engine bombing, basically. So, but what happens when you pull in the clutch? You remove all power to the rear wheel. So if you have to get out of there, you have no power. You can't get out. You're coasting. And then you're like, oh, crap, I need power, but you have your RPM super high because you're rev bombing and you dump the clutch. Guess what happens? You lurch forward, possibly wheelie, possibly run straight into this vehicle. You don't have any power to do a swerve because all the power is basically getting launching you forward. So rev bombing doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It's just an auditory response. You could just use your horn at that point, still have full control of your motorcycle, or don't do any of that and just slow down and let them in or swerve to the right. Do something that is actually going to be productive. And then I wouldn't get in front because if they get pissed off at you, they can just tap your bike and knock you over. Oh, this guy's even worse. Sorry, Ozzymoto. This guy's doing worse. Look at this. What is he listening to? Somebody write in the comments what that is. It looks like, I don't know if, oh, it's a screensaver. I thought it was a Spotify thing. Oh, is that his girlfriend? She's not going to be very happy with you if you die. Bro, she's not going to be happy with you if you die. Oh. That was an open lane pattern. You guys saw that real quick? Please, please, please. Okay, thank God he didn't die. All right, so take a look. No gear, pinning it down really hard. He's got a quad lock. He should have a rock form. Okay, we use 20% discount in the description. But he's going super fast. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So he's switching over. He's doing all the open lane patterns for himself. You see how he's going to the open lane? I mean, I get it. You're weaving into traffic, but what in reality, what you're doing is trying to go to the open spot. So it's the open lane. That's what car drivers do typically at speed limits. So right here, we're switching over. Now, why did this white car want to switch over? So that's one thing I watch out for is when the tire is over the line. That means they're switching over before you can even notice. He's switching over. This driver is switching over because he doesn't want to be stuck behind this driver. Okay, so always watch out for these big open lanes. And since we're shooting into them super fast, we're not going to have enough time to really do anything. So just go the speed limit, wear gear, guys. Smart riders acquire and use personal protective equipment.